Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Building Bridges class for this week. I'm Donovan, and your other teacher today will be Bochen. And then you'll go over the homework now.
All right. So we're gonna review homework right now, and our homework question was, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition and why? Jason, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition and why?
My favorite Thanksgiving tradition is um, eating food.
Yeah, eating food is a really important part of Thanksgiving. Thank you for sharing. Um, Jason, can you please? Yeah, thank you. Alyssa, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition and why?
I like to go shopping because I can buy what I like there.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I also enjoy shopping a lot. Thank you for sharing. Um, Eli, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition and why?
My favorite thing is reading book because I can get a lot of I can know a lot of things by it.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing.
So this week's conversation will be, what do you normally eat today in a day? So Alyssa, why don't you tell me what you normally eat in a day?
Teacher, I don't know.
Well, if you need an example, like for me, if I were to answer this question, what do I normally eat in a day? I might say for breakfast, I eat rice and eggs, and maybe for lunch, I have noodles with some meat, and for dinner, I might have chicken and maybe some vegetables. So this is what I eat in a day. So what do you normally eat in a day?
I think at breakfast I eat the egg. I think I eat egg and bread. Mm, mm, for lunch, I will eat rice and some vegetable and some meat, and dinner. I think also rice and vegetable and fish.
Really good job, Alyssa. Thank you so much for participating. I think you did an amazing job. Jason, why don't you tell me what you normally eat in a day?
Um, I eat. Oh, I eat. I eat.
I'm sorry,
I
I can't
eat.
quite hear you.
I eat eggs and milk in the day.
Do you maybe eat anything else?
Uh, Rice and meat.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of meat to eat with rice?
Uh, uh, vegan meat.
Yeah. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing. And I know maybe a lot of you guys eat some similar foods throughout the day. So if maybe you guys have something special that you eat that you want to share, that would also be really cool. Dora, why don't you tell me what you normally eat in a day?
I normally eat milk and egg and for my breakfast, and I often eat noodle for a lunch, and maybe I will eat meat and vegetable at night for dinner.
Wow, really good job, Dora. That was just a really great way to answer the question. I think you did a really good job. And finally, Eli, why don't you tell me what you normally eat in a day? Eli, are you
For
here? Oh, sorry, go on.
always eat bread. For breakfast, I always eat bread and eggs. For lunch, I always eat rice and some meat with some vegetables. For dinner, I often eat noodles.
Really good job, Eli. I think you guys all did a really great job of answering the question. So really good job this week. And this week's lesson will be
So our first type of food we will be talking about is protein. Protein are usually animal-based foods such as meats, eggs, and dairy products. Protein is an important part of a healthy diet. Protein is a nutrient found mostly in animal and plants, and protein also helps your body repair cells and make new ones. So some of the popular proteins in America include meat, eggs, and dairy, and then some popular proteins in China include pork, chicken, and beef. And Dora, what is your favorite protein dish?
Maybe I like chicken better because it's yummy.
Yeah, chicken is a great source of protein. Thank you for your answer. Jason, what is your favorite protein dish?
Uh, chicken, beef, and eggs.
Yeah, those are all great sources of protein. Thank you for your answer. Um, Alyssa, what is your favorite protein dish?
My favorite protein dish is the egg. Egg is very yummy too.
Yeah, that's a great answer, and I think eggs are a very healthy source of food. Thank you for sharing. And Eli, what is your favorite protein dish?
Uh, I don't know about this. I never think
Um,
about.
can you repeat what you just said, Eli?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Um, so the moving on to the next slide.
So another food group is dairy, and dairy are products that are made from animal milk. And dairy is a great source of protein, and it contains a wide range of vitamins and minerals, such as calcium. And calcium helps young children build and maintain stronger bones, and it keeps their teeth healthy. Dairy products are very common and popular in the United States, but they're less popular in China. And so many people in China, like much of Asia, are lactose intolerant, which means that they're unable to digest the sugar or lactose in milk. And so some examples of dairy are milk, butter, cheese, yogurt, and ice cream.
So, comparing some dairy products in China versus in America, for example, ice cream, right? In China, ice cream has traditional flavors like red bean, sesame, lychee, and purple yam. But in America, some of our ice cream flavors are mint chocolate chip, cookies and cream, and uh, chocolate chip. Some common flavors in both countries are vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Um, Dora, what is your favorite ice cream flavor, and which flavor would you like to try?
My favorite flavor is the strawberry ice cream flavor. Maybe I would like to choose. I would like to try the vanilla ice cream flavor.
Yeah, those two are very good ice cream flavors. Thank you for your answer. Alyssa, what is your favorite ice cream flavor, and what flavor would you like to try?
My favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate. Mm, I want to try the strawberry flavor ice cream.
Yeah, chocolate is a really good ice cream flavor, and you should definitely try strawberry. Thank you for your answer. Jason, what is your favorite ice cream flavor, and what flavor would you like to try?
My favorite ice cream flavor is Haagen-Dazs.
Um, yeah, so when you have Haagen-Dazs, that's a brand, but like, what is your favorite flavor? Is it like chocolate or vanilla?
Um, Chocolate.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Thank you for responding.
So the next food group, we're going to talk about our fruits. And a fruit is an edible plant that contains seeds. And so maybe if you guys have pay attention when you eat fruit, you may have noticed that all fruits have seeds. So fruits are high in fiber and contain many minerals and vitamins that are good for your body. Fruits can help control your blood pressure, and that can help prevent diseases in the future. And fruits also have a lot of water in them, which can help you keep hydrated. So some fruits in China are passion fruit, star fruit, lychee, pomegranate, and guava. And some fruits in America and North America are cranberries, blueberries, strawberries, grapes, and tomatoes. Um, Coco, why don't you name a fruit that's not already on this list?
Cherry, strawberry.
Yeah, really
Uh,
good job. You only have to name one fruit, and cherry isn't on the list, so you did a really good job. Thank you. Eli, why don't you name a fruit that is not on the slide? Eli, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you name a fruit that's not on the slide? Eli, do you understand the question?
Yes, I know.
Can you answer the question then?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, well then we'll come back to you. Jason, why don't you name a fruit that's not on this slide?
I think apple.
Apple? Really good job. That was really good. Thank you. Alyssa, why don't you name a fruit that's not on the slide?
Pear.
Pear, really good job. And for me, I actually really like pears myself. And I don't know if you guys know, but there's different types of pears. So a pear from America is different from a pear from China. And me personally, I like the Chinese pear better. Dora, why don't you name a fruit that's not on the slide?
I know a fruit called figs. Um,
Yeah, really good job. And figs are really healthy.
So the next type of food that we're talking about is grains. Um, Grains are small and hard, and they are the seeds of special plants. Grain is full of fiber and is a key food eaten by people. A lot of people in America eat grain for breakfast, and these are called cereals. Some grain types include barley, corn, oats, rice, and wheat. Most of the grain in the world is corn, but growing grain takes a lot of water. And the most popular grain in the US is corn, but in China, it's rice.
The next food group. So vegetables are a type of food that typically comes from plants. And vegetables can help lower your blood pressure and prevent heart disease. Vegetables also can help you get the vitamins and minerals you need for your body to function. And depending on where you live, you might eat different vegetables. So for me, I know some of the vegetables that I eat are like spinach, kale, carrots, and broccoli. So some other examples of some vegetables are eggplant, bok choy, cauliflower, broccoli, cucumber, carrots, potatoes, avocados, and squash. Dora, why don't you tell me if you like to eat vegetables?
I like to eat vegetables. I like carrots best. Because it's sweet and healthy.
Yeah, really good job. And carrots are also known to help you with your eyesight. So carrots are also one of my favorite vegetables too. Really good job, Dora. Coco, why don't you tell me whether you like to eat vegetables?
Yes, I do. I like eat vegetables because vegetables is very healthy.
Really good job. Do you maybe have a certain vegetable you like the most?
I think I like tomato, potato, cucumber, um, and carrot.
Yeah, really good job.
Many veg.
Those are all really good vegetables, and they all are really healthy for you. So really good job, Coco. Finally, Alyssa, why don't you say whether you like to eat vegetables or not?
Mm, I like to eat vegetable because I think some vegetable is sweet.
Yeah, that's really good. That was a really good job. And for me personally, I really like to eat sweet vegetable dishes myself. So that was a really good job, Alyssa. Thank you.
So now we'll be talking about three-course meals. So in American restaurants, dinners are often served in three courses or waves. And these courses are the first one is an appetizer, the second one is your main dish, and the third dish is your dessert. And you are also served drinks. So what is your favorite part of the three-course meal and why? Uh, Coco, do you want to answer this question? what is your favorite part of a three-course meal? And these are the three parts of it.
I think I like dessert.
Yeah, dessert is usually pretty sweet and it's really good. I thank you for your answer, Coco. Dora, what is your favorite part of the three-course meal?
I like dessert too because it also be some ice cream or drink. I like sweet things.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Thank you for sharing. Um, Eli, what is your favorite part of the three-course meal and why?
My favorite part of three is entry because I think it's good for us. It can let us be healthy.
Yeah, that's a great answer. The entree is usually the biggest part of the meal, and it's really great for you. Thank you for sharing.
So now we're going to go into appetizers. So, appetizers are dishes that you normally eat before the main meal, and they're usually small dishes that open your appetite. And so, some examples are chicken wings, onion rings, cold dishes, spring rolls, and salads like a Caesar salad.
And the main dish, also called an entree, is the biggest or most important part of your meal, and there are many dishes leading up to this main meal. Um, what are Coco? What is your favorite main dish?
I think I don't know my favorite dish.
Um, do you understand what main dish is, or do you want me to explain it in Chinese?
I don't know my dish means.
OK，所以main dish 就是你比方说你吃饭，你有开胃的一些东西，然后你主要是对主菜，像多尔说的，你主要是吃什么？你最喜欢的主菜是什么？
Okay, my favorite main dish is noodles
Yeah,
because
noodles. Yeah, continue.
because I am from Shanxi.
Yeah, noodles are great for you. Thank you for your answer. Dora, what is your favorite main dish?
I like chicken best.
Yeah, chicken is a great source of protein and a main dish. Thank you for your answer. Um, Alyssa, what is your favorite main dish?
Mm, my favorite main dish is noodles.
Yeah, noodles can be paired with lots of different foods, and they are a great main dish. Thank you for your answer. Um,
Oh,
okay. Jason, what is your favorite main dish?
My favorite main dish is meat.
Do you know like what type of meat? Do you like pork or do you like beef?
Beef.
Yeah, beef is a really great main dish. Thank you for your answer.
So now we're going to talk about dessert. And dessert is usually the last part of the meal, and it's usually your sweet food. And desserts are normally supposed to be enjoyable. And so here are some pictures of desserts. And for me personally, one of my favorite desserts that's kind of Chinese American is custard. And when I went to Singapore Francisco, there was a shop run by two Chinese husband and wife, and they make some of the best egg custard. So that's one of my favorite desserts. Alyssa, why don't you tell me what's one of your favorite Chinese desserts and maybe one of your favorite American desserts? If you need a little time to think, you can always let me know and I can always come back to you.
Ice cream 吧。
You think ice cream? Yeah, that's really good. And ice cream can be both a Chinese dessert and an American dessert because it's so well known. And different flavors of ice cream can be both American or Chinese. So really good job, Alyssa. Dora, why don't you tell me what your favorite Chinese dessert is?
My favorite dessert is ice cream too, and I also like chocolate cake.
Yeah, those are both really good. And a lot of times chocolate cake and ice cream actually do go well together, especially if it's one of the chocolate cakes that have like the hot chocolate in the middle. Really good job, Dora. Coco, why don't you tell me what one of your favorite Chinese desserts are?
I think Chinese dessert is
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
I don't know.
It's okay if
I
you don't.
don't know its name.
Oh, it's okay if you don't know the name. Maybe you can try to describe it to me.
I like my favorite American dessert is cake
Really good job, yeah. Um, is there a reason why you like cake?
because cake is sweet, sweet
Sweet.
and
Yeah, good job. Um, yes, and next time, maybe if you don't know how to describe the food or say the food, you can always describe it and people might know what you're talking about. But really good job, Coco. Jason, why don't you tell me what's your favorite Chinese dessert?
My favorite Chinese dessert is 酥肉.
Yeah, good job. Um, and again with you, maybe if an American person doesn't understand what you're saying, you could describe it um in English, and we're gonna get to that later on in the lesson. So for now, we're gonna move on.
So another aspect of your meals are the drinks. So a server or a waiter will first ask you what you want to drink at restaurants. Some common drinks are sodas, waters, and juices. Drinks help food go down easier and it helps with digestion. And they can be served hot or cold depending on how you want it. So in the picture below, you can see some pictures of different drinks.
So now we're going to move on to ways we can describe food. So our first word is bitter, and bitter means to have a strong and often unpleasant taste. So something that tastes kind of maybe doesn't taste that good. And so apples are dark chocolate, and one that I eat a lot whenever I go to China is bitter melon.
So some other foods are sweet, and sweet means that it usually contains sugar and it tastes very pleasant. So some sweet foods include cake, brownies, uh, pies, and ice cream. So these are enjoyed all throughout the world.
Our next way to describe food is dry. And so dry can be something that doesn't have moisture and doesn't feel wet. And some examples of dry foods are dehydrated, which means they have taken the water out, dehydrated vegetables and fruits, crackers and cookies, and also dry pasta or dry noodles. So noodles before you put them in boiling water.
And another way to describe food is moist. And moist means that it is slightly wet, damp, or humid. So some examples of moist foods include cakes, oatmeals, and yeah.
Our next descriptor is bland. And if something's bland, it tastes plain, it maybe doesn't have a lot of flavor, and it tastes boring. So some examples of bland food would be noodles with no seasoning, plain bread, oatmeal, or rice with nothing on it.
So another way to describe food is spicy. And spicy foods are flavored with fragrance or with spice. Spicy foods include hot chilies, hot wings. You can have spicy hot pot, and sometimes you can have different other spicy foods.
Another way to describe food is by calling it savory. And savory means it has a strong flavor and is normally associated with foods that are more salty. So some example are steak, mapo tofu, mozzarella sticks, burgers, fries, chicken nuggets. A lot of things from fast food are often savory, and other salty, more heavy dishes.
So food is rich and oily, sweet, and it's high in plant nutrients. And some examples of rich foods include salmon or lobsters.
Our next word is salty, and salty means tasting of, containing, or preserved. Some examples are chips and fries. And another really good example of something that's salty that you guys probably use a lot is soy sauce. So if something is bland, maybe you'll add soy sauce for it to taste salty.
Another way to describe food is sugary, and it means it contains too much sugars. And that can be cookies, ice cream, cake, etc.
Our next word is greasy, and greasy means to be containing or covered in fat or oil. So some examples are bacon. Bacon's very greasy, and you don't even need oil to fry it because it releases its own. Fried foods, fried rice, and burgers all are very greasy foods because you fry them in a lot of oil. So if a food is greasy, it means it has a lot of fat or oil.
And food is scrumptious, and that means it's delicious, and that can be fried rice, Peking duck, pizza, or cake.
Our next word is sour, and sour means having an acid taste like lemon or vinegar. So a really good example of sour is of course lemon or lime, and a lot of dishes around the world will use these in order to make their dishes taste sour. So if you have ever had a lemon or a lime, you know what it means for food to be sour.
So another way to describe food is piping hot, and that means it's very hot. So that can be a freshly baked loaf of bread, and it can be, a bowl of noodles.
Oh, our next word is crunchy, and crunchy means it's firm and it makes a loud noise when it's eaten. And so an example of this are chips, toasted bread, and apples. And another really good example of this would maybe be fried chicken or Peking duck. The skin on these animals is very crispy and crunchy, so it kind of snaps and makes a loud noise whenever you bite into it.
So this is the list of vocabulary that we just talked about.
So now we're going to move on to the game, and I will demonstrate really quickly so that everyone knows how to play. So the first thing you do when you come to this game is you choose a category of one of the food or one of the lists that we talked about in the beginning. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose a category. So let's say I choose a dessert. So I'll click on dessert and it'll give me 3 options. So I can either choose fruitcake, ice cream, or donuts. And I'm going to choose donuts. So I click on donuts and I have to list what food group this is, and I can use the vocabulary list to describe the food. So here's a quick example. Donuts are made from grains and dairy. And then I can go to the vocabulary list and I'll say, donuts are normally moist and sugary, and they're often scrumptious. And that would be game. So, Alyssa, why don't you give the game a try? I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
老师，我没有听懂你在说什么。
I'm sorry, I can't quite hear you. Can you say that one more time?
就是我不知道这个游戏的规则，我听不懂。
Uh, I don't know how to really explain in Chinese. Bochen, do you think you maybe know how to?
所以你先选一类食物，你是比方说选主菜，还是选饮料，还是选甜点，还是选个别的，就像一类菜吧，大概。然后你选完这一类，Donovan，can you click into one of the categories？比方说你选这个，像你一般吃主菜之前，先上台点菜或者什么的。比方说，在美国一种就是这个鸡翅，比方说，然后你选鸡翅，对吧？这儿你选完这个食物，你得说它是比方说蔬菜，还是它是水果，还是它是肉，还是你得把它分成它是哪种食物。我们回到这个这些生词里，从这些生词你用1到2个生词你去描写这个食物。现在有点明白了吗？那就好。Yeah.
So, Alyssa, why don't you choose a category?
I think I can. I choose the drinks. Um, orange juice,
So now
Let
you
me
would
see.
describe orange juice. So why don't you tell me um what food groups apply to orange juice?
It's, fruit.
Yeah, really good job. Yeah, so orange juice is a fruit. Now, why don't you tell me how orange juice tastes using the words we learned earlier?
Uh, I think orange juice is sweet and mm, mm, I think it's sweet.
Yeah, really good job. And I would agree there's not much else you could use on this list to describe orange juice. So you did a really good job. Thank you, Alyssa.
Um, Coco, would you want to play the game?
Drinks.
And then choose one of the drinks.
1. Soy milk.
So can you list some of the food groups that soy milk belongs to?
Dairy.
Yeah, that is correct. And then can you use a word in the vocabulary list to describe soy milk?
Having strong flavor from space.
Um, having strong flavor. So, what vocabulary word is that? So, would you say, for example, would you say that soy milk is sweet?
Milk is healthy.
嗯，所以这是你刚才选了一个饮料，对吧？你选的是豆浆，然后这些字儿，这是我们刚才学过的生字儿，所以现在是想让你用这上某个生字，让你去形容豆浆。
Good flavor and is nice to eat.
对，所以你说的这是good flavor and nice to eat，对吧？它这个生词是 tasty，所以就像你可以说 tasty，但是这个你大概明白了这个游戏怎么玩。So yeah, tasty is a great way to describe soy milk, and thank you for your answer, Coco.
Dora, why don't you give the game a try? Choose a category.
I choose dessert. Ice cream.
So, what type of food group is ice cream?
Ice cream. It's dairy.
Yeah, really good job. Now, what vocabulary would you use to describe ice cream?
Ice cream is sweet, moist, and tasty.
Yeah, really good job, Dora. And something I just want to point out real quickly is that ice cream can also include other food groups because ice cream has different flavors. So chocolate comes from a plant, so ice cream may also have some vegetables or fruit in it if it is flavored differently. But overall, really good job, Dora.
Jason, let's play the game. So, what category do you want to choose?
I want to choose uh, uh, main dish.
And then what food do you want to choose from main dish?
Burger.
Can you list some of the food groups that a burger might belong to?
Uh, uh, oh. Can you see again?
Can you list some of the food groups that a burger might belong to? So, right here you can see the food groups. You know, protein, dairy, grain, vegetable, fruits. What food group do you think the burger is?
Uh, 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 vegetable.
Did you say vegetable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, a burger might include vegetables, like lettuce, but you know, it could. Also like to add, you know, it usually contains, you know, beef, so that would belong to, that would be a protein. But yeah, vegetable is a great answer. And now, can you use a vocabulary word to describe a burger? Um, Jason, can you use a vocabulary word to describe a burger?
Uh, let me see. uh, Greasy.
Um, yeah, yeah. Burgers are usually pretty greasy. But they can, you know, they can also be crunchy. They can be savory. You know, these are all very these are all vocab words that you can describe burgers with. But thank you for your answer.
Eli, why don't you give the game a try?
Yes.
Choose a category.
Drinks.
And now choose a drink.
Soy milk.
So can you tell me what food group is soy milk?
Protein.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Soy comes from beans, so soy milk does have some protein in it. Really good job, Eli. Now can you use some words from the vocabulary list to describe soy milk?
I think sweet.
Yeah, really good job. Some other ways you could also describe soy milk is, you know, sometimes maybe if it wasn't too sweet, you could say it was bland, or you could also say it was sugary if it was too sweet. But really good job, Eli. So you guys have done a really good job with the game, but we still have time left. So in order to improve your English even more, we're going to play of the game. So um, I want you guys to think of your own food and do the same thing. So for example, if I wanted to say rice, I would say rice is a grain, and rice is normally bland and piping hot. So that's how we would play this version of the game. Dora, do you want to try playing the new version of this game?
Yes. Choose beef. It has it is meat. It was dry. Maybe sometime is maybe sometime is salty and it's piping hot.
Yeah, really good job. That was really, really good. Just one thing that you could have added was that because beef is meat, it is a protein. So you could have said beef is meat, which makes it a protein. But other than that, really good, Dora.
Alyssa, do you want to let's play this new version of the game? So, do you understand what we are doing? Alyssa,你明不明白我们现在在干什么？So，你先是想，你自己想一种食物，然后你说它是哪类食物，然后你再用我们这些刚才学的单词来形容你想出来的这个食物。所以请你现在跟我玩一下这个游戏，行吗？
老师，番茄酱算吗？
什么？
番茄酱算吗？
嗯，番茄酱不太是食物，你可以说 tomato，因为 tomato 就是番茄嘛。So, sorry, can you repeat what you said?
But tomato. So it is a vegetable. It also it's also不太清楚第四个词怎么说。
第四个词是 moist。
Moist.
Yeah, so tomatoes are vegetables and they are usually pretty moist. But some other vocabulary words that you could use to describe tomatoes would be sweet or they can be tasty sometimes, depends. But yeah, thank you for playing the game.
Jason, why don't you try giving our new game a try? Jason, do you understand how to play the game?
Yes.
So why don't you give me a food and describe it to me?
Uh, uh, chips.
Go on. So what are chips? Are chips a vegetable, a protein, a fruit, a grain, or dairy?
Uh, a food.
Um, so chips are made from potatoes, right? So what is a potato?
Uh, vegetable.
Yes, so what are chips?
The chips is vegetable.
Yeah, good job. Now, how would you describe chips?
Uh, uh, chips. Uh, dry.
Yeah. Um, how do chips taste? Are chips savory, spicy, bland, sugary, salty? Well, which one of those do you think chips are?
Uh, savory.
Yeah, chips are savory. So why don't you try saying it all together in one sentence? Chips are a vegetable that is dry and savory.
Uh, chips is a vegetable, is dry and savory.
Yeah, really good job, Jason. And also thank you, Dora, for coming up with words in the chat. It shows you're paying attention. So really good job, Dora.
Coco, let's play this new version of the game.
What?
Do you understand what we are doing right now?
I think I don't know.
So we're playing a new version of the game that we just played. 我们刚才玩的
Okay.
yeah. So now you are coming up with a type of food, and then you are saying what type of food is it? Is it a vegetable, a protein, a fruit? And then you are using one of the some of the vocabulary words to describe your new food. So can you give me a food?
Vegetable.
Uh, no, like a specific type. Like what is a type of vegetable? What is a specific type of vegetable?
Tomato.
Yeah, so you could say, tomatoes, and then you would say that tomatoes are a vegetable. And then for some vocab words, you could say that tomatoes are moist and sweet. So can you say this sentence? Tomatoes are a type of vegetable and they are usually moist and sweet.
Tomato are vegetables. Can you see again?
Can you repeat? Or what were you saying? Okay, yeah. Thank you for playing the game, Coco.
So it looks like we're almost out of time. So now we're going to show you this week's homework. So this week's homework is to find 3 foods that apply to our vocabulary list earlier. So let me uh, go back let me see if I can go back to it. Right, so your homework this week is to find 3 foods that relate to this vocabulary list. So if you want, maybe you can take a picture, or you can just think of foods, and next week when we show you the vocabulary list, you can say what type of flavor that food is. And so just an example before we go, maybe would be uh, noodles. So you could say, or so noodles are can be spicy and savory. And if I cook the noodles with butter, the noodles could also be rich. So that is just an example of what you guys will be doing for this week's homework. I hope you guys had a lot of fun during class. I know that the teachers had a lot of fun teaching you guys. You guys are good students. And I can't wait to see you guys next week if we're still teaching. So thank you so much for coming, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.